Make sure it resonates for the youngins and the old heads. My vision high quality from low res. My fan bomb like an atom.
Before the world knew him as Redman, Reggie Noble was a Newark kid with a love for funk and a razor-sharp sense of humor. His blend of gritty lyricism, comic energy, and theatrical personality made him one of the most unique voices in 1990s hip-hop. His style wasn't just rap, it was performance, infused with influences of funk, comedy, and hardcore authenticity. Chapter 1. Growing up in Newark, 1970 to 1989. Reggie Noble was born on April 17, 1970, in Newark, New Jersey. Newark in the 70s and 80s was marked by crime, poverty, and instability, and these challenges shaped his worldview. Raised in a tough household, he was often described as mischievous but talented, someone who could make people laugh while holding his own in the streets. His deep love for funk bands like Parliament Funkadelic and George Clinton added a playful, psychedelic influence to his personality. By his late teens, Reggie was freestyling at local house parties and clubs, known for his off-the-cuff rhymes and wild antics. His charisma made him impossible to ignore, and soon he was drawing the attention of bigger names in hip-hop. Chapter 2. Meeting EPMD, 1990. Redman's path shifted dramatically when he connected with Eric Sermon of the legendary duo EPMD. Their meeting came after Redman rocked a freestyle session so intensely that Sermon immediately saw his potential. Eric took Redman under his wing, teaching him studio techniques and helping shape his raw talent into polished records. Redman officially debuted on EPMD's 1990 album Business as Usual, where his verses stood out for their humor, unpredictability, and rawness. This mentorship opened doors for Redman and prepared him for a solo career that would soon explode. Chapter 3. What? The Album, 1992. In 1992, Redman dropped his debut, What? The Album, a project that perfectly blended his funk influences with hardcore hip-hop. Songs like Time for Some Action and Blow Your Mind showed his versatility. He could be menacing one moment and hilarious the next. His alter ego, Funk Dr. Spock, was introduced here, symbolizing his sci-fi, funk-loving, eccentric side. The album wasn't just successful commercially, it became a critical favorite for its originality. Redman carved his lane as someone who could deliver hardcore bars while never taking himself too seriously. Chapter 4. 90s Dominance, 1994 to 1998. The mid-90s saw Redman become one of Def Jam's most reliable stars. In 1994, he released There Is a Dark Side, an album known for its dark production, psychedelic funk samples, and unapologetic lyrics. Many fans view it as his most experimental project. 2 years later, Muddy Waters arrived, widely considered his magnum opus. Tracks like Pick It Up and Whatever Man, featuring Method Man, showcased his balance of comedy and hardcore flows. Redman's skits became legendary, hilarious, bizarre, and a key part of his identity. During this time, he also collaborated with artists across the hip-hop spectrum, proving his adaptability while still maintaining his eccentric style. Chapter 5. Duo with Method Man, 1999s to 2000s. By the late 90s, Redman had formed an undeniable bond with Wu-Tang Clan's Method Man. Their chemistry was magnetic, both on stage and in the booth. Together, they dropped Blackout in 1999, a classic album that became a staple in rap duos. Their witty back and forth and playful energy made them fan favorites. Beyond music, their friendship translated to film with How High in 2001, a stoner comedy that became a cult classic. The two rappers also starred in their own sitcom, Method and Red, further solidifying their pop culture impact. Their brotherly dynamic became one of the most iconic partnerships in hip-hop history. Chapter 6. Film and Television, 2000s to 2010. After success with How High, Redman found himself frequently called into Hollywood projects. He made appearances in films like Scary Movie 3 and TV shows such as Cribs, where his famously modest New Jersey home became a fan-favorite episode. Unlike many rappers who glamorized wealth, Redman embraced his humble reality, showing his grounded personality. This authenticity made fans love him even more. He continued touring and collaborating, but his television and film work added another dimension to his career. Chapter 7. Independent Hustle and Legacy, 2010 to present. Even as mainstream hip-hop shifted in the 2000s, Redman stayed consistent. He released independent projects like Red Gone Wild and Mudface, keeping his funk-infused sound alive. His collaborations with Method Man continued, and fans eagerly awaited Blackout. 2-star. Redman also became a respected elder statesman of rap, someone younger artists looked up to for his creativity and authenticity. He frequently toured internationally, proving his influence stretched far beyond the US. His commitment to staying himself, without bending to trends, solidified his reputation as one of hip-hop's most authentic voices. Redman's career is a masterclass in originality, humor, and perseverance. From Newark basements to Def Jam superstardom, from classic albums to cult films, he has remained one of the most unique figures in hip-hop. His ability to balance hardcore lyricism with comedy made him stand out in every era. What do you think? Does Redman's greatest legacy lie in his solo catalog, his work with Method Man, or his cultural influence through film and comedy?